was sold out a week ago, and those in the crowd with long memories will recall that Nottingham Forest were the last team to beat Arsenal back in September, but against that, Forest have not won here at Highbury for 22 years. So Arsenal bid to keep 2 long sequences going with an unchanged team. The only player there with a winner's medal in this competition is number 2, Viv Anderson, and that was with Forest in 1978. But the Forest captain Ian Bowyer has a League Cup pedigree going back 17 years when he was a winner with Manchester City. His side welcomed back goalkeeper Steve Sutton, out for 3 months with knee ligament trouble, left-back Stuart Pearce and winger Franz Carr. And with Gary Birtle still injured, it looks as though Johnny Metgod may play up front for the first time in his career. Referee Brian Hill of Kettering, Nottingham Forest in a change strip of white shirts. And the historians might remind us that 100 years ago, it was Nottingham Forest who donated to the newly formed Royal Arsenal their first ever set of red shirts. And Arsenal have played in red ever since. Off ahead of Pearce. David O'Leary, number 5. Martin Hayes is in there. And it's Nicholas! Good save, Nicholas! Goal for Arsenal! What a start! Charlie Nicholas! And the First Division leaders take the lead in this Littlewoods Cup quarter-final. The ball played in first by David O'Leary. Martin Hayes was closing in from the far side, got a header in, it went to Nicholas, Sutton saved the first one, Nicholas was there to tuck the rebound in. Third-minute goal gives Arsenal the sort of start any team would want in a cup tie. And the North Bank responds to Charlie Nicholas. Away by Walker. Well, he didn't waste time there, Charlie. The chance came to him, didn't put it away at first, but he did the second time. Quinn's in there. Oh, and Adams nearly made it too. So Nottingham Forest, knocked unceremoniously out of the FA Cup by Crystal Palace, find themselves 1 down at the start of this other domestic cup competition. Davis for Arsenal. Sansom. Oh, good ball. Williams back to Sansom. Well, Arsenal failed to score against Coventry on Sunday, but they didn't hang around tonight. There's the header back across the goal, and as Nicholas comes in here, Sutton and the defender blocked the first attempt, but couldn't do anything about the second. Williams. Rocastle. Oh, Nicholas looking for Rocastle. Lovely touch. Williams, Davis, Martin Hayes, good turn, and Hayes! Top scorer for Arsenal this season, Martin Hayes, with 15 goals, and he made that opening himself, beat 2 defenders, and had the confidence to have a go. Davies. Here's Williams. Good effort! Well, he's been a source of inspiration to midfield for Steve Williams for Arsenal this season. That was a fine try. On by Method. Rocastle. Oh, late challenge by Pearce. Referee will have to go back and deal with that. He was right to play on Brian Hill because Arsenal had possession, but Pearce will be spoken to for the foul on Rocastle and may well get booked. So Rocastle has recovered. Method. Davis. Rocastle. Quinn is in there. There's Davis. Good ball. Rocastle. Kick. Well, by Method this time. Sansom, his car, now Clough. Quinn's header. Pearce. That's driven out towards Fran's car. That could be a test for Kenny Sansom. Referee has given the free kick. Quite a tussling prospect there between Sansom and Carr. It's Forest with the initiative for the moment. Oh, it came to Bowyer, and then Webb. And that was the first serious threat on the Arsenal goal. Some slack marking really there. Bowyer was clear, knocked it back, and Webb had the shot. "20 minutes gone, and Arsenal lead 1-0. And Nicholas. Mills. And now Rocastle is late. Well, that is David Rocastle showing the frustration maybe of being the recipient of a back tackle by Pearce earlier and going in late himself, again without excuse really. And Brian Hill will apply quite rightly the same punishment to Rocastle. as he did to Pearce. The ball was played out towards Gary Mills, and the ball had gone when Rocastle made contact. So that's a booking. And Arsenal are unbeaten here at Highbury this season. Method. O'Leary. That was Quinn to Hayes. Good combination. The early ball forward, the flick on by Niall Quinn, the control and shot by Martin Hayes. Bowyer. Fleming. This is Clough. Oh, and Method's through here. Goal kick is given. Now, there are two talking points there. Was Method offside is the first question, because Steve Williams has raced across to the linesman. And the second question is, did Lukic foul him? Well, he may well have been onside. Kenny Sansom on the far side, possibly. And was that a deliberate piece of holding by the goalkeeper that brought Method down? Well, as I said, a talking point, depending from which side you look at it. Nicholas. Steve Williams for Arsenal. Hayes. Nicholas. Hayes again. Hayes is through! Oh, that's a lovely goal! And Martin Hayes, no wonder he's smiling. What a delightful finish. Hayes headed the ball back. Nicholas got involved then, but look at the way Hayes hooked that through, beat Fairclough, and smacked it past Sutton before Walker could get a challenge in. And Martin Hayes, it wasn't widely reported, he was feeling very unwell during Sunday's match against Coventry, and would have come off earlier if George Graham had known. Well, he's certainly feeling a lot better tonight, especially after that goal. It's made it 2-0 to Arsenal after 39 minutes. One of the reasons that Martin Hayes is the top scorer is that his career was resurrected following a Littlewoods Cup tie against Huddersfield, who he very nearly joined earlier in the season, and that goal was a sample of his growing confidence. Nicholas. Arsenal have been neat and knowledgeable throughout this first half. So against his former club, Viv Anderson must be feeling pretty pleased with the present position here. Coming up to half-time, and Arsenal 2 goals to the good. This is Pearce to Mills. Good ball by Mills, looking for Webb, and out of Adams struggled and Webb drove it against Lukic, who gets credit for the save. Webb certainly got the better of Tony Adams. Just a reminder there for Arsenal that there's no divine right to relax on a two-goal lead. They were caught, rather, by that penetrating run from Neil Webb. Here's Mills. Did that really well. Clough. Webb. Bowyer. Pierce. Looking for Mills. And in injury time at the end of the first half, Nottingham Forest, with a sudden spurt of activity, have a corner. Arsenal fans whistling anxiously. And there's Clough. And there's Clough again. But the referee has blown for half-time, and although Forest finished the half on the attack, with Neil Webb going very close, Charlie Nicholas's goal after 3 minutes, and the one after 39 minutes by Martin Hayes, just summed up the fact that in the first half, Arsenal were definite, determined and deadly in everything they did, and on the overall play, worthy of their two-goal lead. And if you want further evidence of that, just see again the second goal. Martin Hayes set it up really with the header back to Nicholas, but when the chance came to turn the defence, he went away from 3 white shirts and found the top corner. Well, Nottingham Forest have gone 7 matches without a win. This is Nigel Clough. They've gone nearly 7 years without winning a trophy, so if they're going to turn either of those things round, or both, then they'll have to reproduce in this second half some of the flourishing early season football which took them to the top of the First Division. There were some hazy days in autumn when they played awfully well, but since then things have changed, and the side they're up against tonight have rather taken over in the First Division. Here's Webb. And George Graham, the Arsenal manager, in the centre there in the overcoat. Here's Des Walker. Adams. Anderson. Davis to Williams. Sansom. Webb. Davis. He's got that nice high-stepping running style, Paul Davis. He's found Charlie Nicholas, and he's looking for Martin Hayes, and he's got clear of Fleming, and Quinn's in the middle. Still Hayes. Nicholas. Davis. Oh, there were possibilities there for number 3. Especially if Hayes could have found Quinn. But as it is, here's Franz Carr, and he's onside. Now a chance for Forest, and they've got players in the centre. 4, in fact, and they couldn't find the right man either. Well, there's nothing negative about this cup tie. This is Carr, waiting in the centre for Forest. And here's Clough again, nicely done. And he went over, penalty. Martin Hayes on Nigel Clough. And Nottingham Forest have a marvellous opportunity to find a way back into this tie. Arsenal are protesting fiercely about the decision. He went past Tony Adams. Martin Hayes just caught him, and referee Brian Hill pointed unhesitatingly to the spot. And Forest left-back Stuart Pearce actually missed a penalty against Arsenal earlier in the season when he hit the post. Now he has a chance to make amends. Oh, saved by Lukic! He's missed another one, has Pearce, but the credit there is all down to the goalkeeper. John Lukic makes the save. It's still a dangerous position for Arsenal because Forest have a corner. Here's Fleming. Well done, the goalkeeper. No shortage of incident in this cup quarter-final. Stuart Pearce took the kick, and Lukic, maybe remembering the penalty at the City Ground, went to his left and made a fine save, and Tony Adams there was so fast to get the rebound away. And applause ringing round the stadium for the Arsenal goalkeeper. Well, what a different picture that might have put on this tie if Pearce had converted that penalty. As it is, the score remains Arsenal 2, Forest 0. Webb. Pearce. Flags up on this side, the referee didn't see it. Here's Webb, and Method, an Arsenal stretch now. This is Carr. Free kick. Well, John Lukic kept his concentration there and made a splendid save. Nicholas, Hayes, the man who gave the penalty away, will now feel relieved. Broke Arsenal. Anderson. Nicholas. Back to Anderson. Appealing for a foul, not given, and Des Walker comes racing out for Nottingham Forest on a thrilling run. He must have covered 50 yards there, if not more. Well, the decision against him was unfair, but showing the sort of example Forest need, because 2-0 down and a penalty missed with 10 minutes gone in the second half. Things are not going their way. Or his way. Webb. Fleming. Carr. Well, they say Highbury is an unlucky ground for Nottingham Forest, and the statistics certainly prove that. And up to now, tonight is no exception, although they are playing with a great deal more purpose in the second half and getting into far more advanced positions than they were in the first. Pearce with the kick. Method. Sanson. Pearce. Underneath the foot of Bowyer. This is Paul Davis. Nicholas. Oh, lovely ball. Rocastle. Quinn is in the middle. Niall Quinn. Oh, stretching with his right foot. He wasn't going to quite make it. It was an exhilarating move again. Charlie Nicholas with a glorious ball out to David Rocastle. Quinn made the right sort of run, but the ball was always just half a yard ahead of him. Sensible ball. Good break by Forest this, but Kenny Sanson, smart piece of defending and important too. Hayes makes the run. And another corner to Arsenal. It's a great counter-attack, which the fans enjoyed. It was inspired by Kenny Sanson. Quinn, off the line, Pearce. Nicholas. Free kick. Well, nearly number 3. Niall Quinn changed his position as the corner was being taken, got a firm header in, and Stuart Pearce was on the line to at least partially make up for his penalty misdemeanour at the other end. But when that broke out, Nicholas was fouled, and Arsenal now have a free kick, which Paul Davis will take. O'Leary. No offside. Kenny Sanson. Nice ball. Nicholas. And Quinn. Well, when you look at the attempts on goal that Arsenal have had, not just in this match, they've certainly buried, for the time being, the old tag of boring Arsenal. Free kick to Forest. O'Leary, Pearce, looking for Webb. This is Mills. Kenny Sanson saw the chance there to get Hayes away, and Hayes thought quicker than Fleming. There are 2 waiting in the centre. Nicholas has come near post. It's still Hayes and Nicholas wide. But if you were looking for a man of the match, you might be tempted to pick Martin Hayes. He's been involved in so much of Arsenal's attacking play. And this quarter-final being watched by an attendance of 38,617. A very good crowd, and they've had their fair share of entertainment. to the semi-finals of the Littlewoods Cup, and deservedly so. One has to emphasise again that some of their football and teamwork has lit up North London this winter. They did the hard part in the first half here and went on to clinch a victory which certainly entertained a large crowd, with Martin Hayes outstanding. As for Nottingham Forest, well, had they scored from the penalty, it might have been different. But unless they can perform a mini miracle in the Championship, it rather looks as though Brian Clough and his team will finish the season empty-handed as far as trophies go for the 7th year running. But Arsenal, who are now unbeaten for 22 matches, go marching on.